You're working towards something that's very important, and you don't realize that you're about to be rewarded for that, that everything is about to pay off. And you're not just paying yourself, but you're paying multitudes. It's definitely something that you can sit back and bask in the fulfillment and the sense of accomplishment of, because you're being celebrated by higher ups, and people are coming towards you like basically like the three wise men, because just the way that you are able to keep yourself in balance, you've got these gears that's going, and with this offer that's coming towards you, you're going to want to believe and accept, but you've got help coming in that's helping you to help them, is basically what I'm getting. They don't want to lose the support that's been coming towards them. Even without support, it's like it's coming regardless of whether they want it or not, and now they definitely want it, and this is definitely the time when they don't want you to give up. So you got people who are secretly rooting for you because you've pushed past all of their expectations. They're your biggest fan, and they definitely see you as someone who is special, and not special in the special ed way, but you're a genius. Okay. And if they tried to make it seem confusing in the past, it's because they were shy. This person was crushing on you while you probably thought you were crushing on them. So this is the energy we're about to get into. Definitely stick around, and keep in mind that all of my messages are general. If you like to book a personal reading, you can do so by sending your payment through PayPal. My prices are in my bio, and I'll get back to you within that same day. I definitely look forward to working with you. Okay, during this 11:11 portal. So we're about to get into this energy. Okay, so look, just stick around. All right. So there's someone who's secretly rooting for you. And this could be someone who from the past you may feel like they may be against you, or they don't really show signs of being for you, is because they're secretly one of your biggest fans. Well, the message is that they are your biggest fan, and they see you as being someone who's very, very special, because you push past all of their expectations. What they expected is you're so much more than what they expect, is what I'm getting. Okay. So this is an 11:11 portal. We're getting into this energy on November 11th. And yeah, I'm recording this on November 11th. I'm about to post this in a couple hours. So yeah, we're right on top of this energy. And this person who's rooting for you, I feel like it could have been a crush. Maybe someone you were crushing on from the past, and they're actually crushing on you. Like you like them because they like you, is the vibe that I'm getting. But they've always been shy to come forward. This person is rooting for you at this time. You've taken on a calling, you're following your calling. And so let's get more into this energy of who this is. With the Seven of Swords, it feels like this is someone who was inspired by you. It feels like it goes back and forth, like it goes both ways with this person. Like you were so inspired by this person, but at the same time, they were inspired by you. And I'm also getting celebrity vibes. Like this person was definitely on a stage, or is currently on a stage. But this could also mean that this person is getting attention. This person is in the limelight, and they have a lot of eyes on them. But they saw you in the crowd. They saw you in the audience, and they're very inspired by you. Is a vibe. Like you are someone that they think about just as much as you think about them. And it feels like for you, it's like, of course, you think about this person because they might have been someone that's popular, or maybe a lot of people know about this person. But on the other end, you were standing out in the crowd, and it's like they didn't see anybody but you, is the vibe I'm getting. So you exceeded their expectations in this energy. You made this person feel like a king in this energy. Like you really lifted up their spirits because of how much you adored them. Because I'm getting the vibe like you were crushing on them as well. It's almost like you guys were mirroring each other, but you didn't realize that they were mirroring you. You didn't realize that they noticed you and cared just as much about you as you care about them. And now it's coming back up in this 11:11 portal, because a lot of things are being exposed at this time. Like people that were in your life that weren't there, that you didn't notice that were there, but because this light is shining on all these dark areas, it's like now you see that you have so many supporters and people who are secretly cheering for you and wanting to see you do well. Someone is being called special. This could be you in this energy, but also with this vibe is like the specialness is coming off like special ed almost. Like some of y'all have some disabilities, or the very complete opposite of that. You could have been seen as someone who was gifted seen as someone who had genius level IQ is the vibe. But at the same time, it was like you might have been smart academically, intellectually, but when it comes to dealing with people or being social, like people say, like there's a few screws missing, all the cards aren't in the deck vibes. What else could I have been saying? Something like you don't have common sense or that energy, like you should know that there's a cliff coming and not to keep moving forward, but you kept on persisting with this journey. You pushed past the expectation because people expected you to quit. They felt like there was just no way for you to continue moving forward, but somehow you made a way. And now these people, whoever this is your secretly your your biggest fan. And yeah, so the vibe is like they want to give you everything. They want to put their heart and soul into this project now. It's almost like there's nothing else to do but support you because all of their other resources have dried up and disappeared, and you're the only one that's still standing. So the vibe is like in this 1111 portal, you're about to be exposed to so much, and it's all positive. It's like things that you thought were against you and negative are actually for you and shining a light on your situation. People are coming to you with love offers. They want to ride this wave, and also they want to give you a lift. Like the energy is like they want you to ride them. I don't know if this is becoming something more, if this is a love reading or someone who's just infatuated, but it feels like this could either be someone you turned down because you felt like it wasn't a give take, like you gave so much invested into this person but they didn't give to you, and now it's like you're seeing that they were actually secretly rooting for you. With this energy is showing a collaboration that without you in their life, basically they don't even want to think about it because now they're about to admit just how important you are to them, and that they don't mean special slow, they mean special amazing, special the only one, you're standing out in the crowd. And it's like maybe in the past they weren't very clear, like they love to kid around and joke, and now it's like this could be someone from the past and it's coming like later in life. They might have fell into some illness, or there could be mental illness there, but it feels like without you in their life they go crazy, and you were a light, you were shining a light in their life that without it it's like they're stumbling around in the dark. I'm seeing them talking to other people and trying to figure out where you are and how they can connect with you again. Yeah, you definitely weren't receiving the respect at the time that you should have been for everything that you were doing for them. The reason why they didn't want to show you who you are to them is because they were afraid to lose you. And it feels like a self-fulfilling prophecy because you might have left this situation because you felt like you weren't being appreciated like at all. It felt like they were making you the butt of the joke when you really were shining a light. And the light is like, this is happiness, this is love, this is joy, this is peace, this is, a sense of accomplishments, this is feeling amazing. And whenever that light goes off, they're going downward, is a spiral downward. They're like, they don't know who they are, what they stand for, whether or not they're good, whether or not they should be ashamed. Like you really shine a light on what's important is what I'm getting. And yeah, it seems like they wanted to tease you for a while. And now, yeah, like they definitely had you carrying their weight and their burdens, but it's just who you are at the same time. Like you can naturally just lift a room when you walk into a 7-Eleven. It's very easy for you. But now they're like, the best that they can do is carry their own weight. And they're like, look, I'm happy on my own. Like you can come back. You don't have to worry about me being a burden. This is your energy. Book a reading with me. But let's get deeper into this energy. So it feels like a vibe where they were taking and taking and taking. You felt like it wasn't enough. And now they're giving. They're showing you, it's being exposed that they care about you. And you're being shown this during this 1111 portal because it's important for you to take the next step and moving forward, and just knowing that you are being celebrated and people do love you, and that information is going to go really far in this next journey that you're in, that you're moving into, because you're being exposed to something really important. Your future self is very happy, and they want you to know that you have a great life. They don't want you coming forward with this negativity and this baggage carrying other people's problems. They want you to come forward in this pure radiating light. Okay. Look at this. You got Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. There's gifts coming. I'm almost saying like the three wise men coming forward with gifts, offerings. They're coming forward with apologies. They're coming forward with explanations why they were too scared to show you how much they care in the past and had you thinking like it was something wrong with you. You did everything right. You were perfect in their eyes. And again, it's this vibe like they were crushing hard on you. And you might have thought, but they were the one with the crush. And that's why you really felt the pressure. You felt way more pressure than they felt. Like if you're someone who was like in this high priestess energy where you were the main one sitting still and everyone else was just running around acting crazy, and you might have had your eye on someone, well, they saw you as a queen. They basically saw you as a goddess. And there was like 9/11 on the clock. They were definitely never going to come forward because they were way too scared. They felt like a kid. They didn't realize that your gears were moving. They felt like you were like a statue, but your mind was definitely working and moving and putting two and two together. And you pushed back all of their expectations because when they looked at you, they were like, "Oh, she's definitely going to be something." And you're doing way more than they ever saw you. Okay, so it feels like when this offer comes towards you, you're going to have so many other things to think about. But the vibe is that your higher self wants you to, with this offer coming in, you're meant to have 4 cups, not 3. You're meant to have this extra additional love offer that's coming in. It's something that has to do with security. Like, okay, so the vibe is that your higher self wants you to know that you're these 4 entire cups and not just the 3. Like it means something to someone. Let me know if it's resonating. But it's like it would have been perfect if you had the 4, but only 3 showed up and there's one that's still coming. Somebody is running towards you that wants you to know that they care about you. They want to help you lift these burdens. Someone who is your biggest fan. They admire you in every way. And you just have to believe it because it's like they don't really know how to be any more clear because their heart is literally pounding through their chest. And also, like, they can't not tell you at this point. They held it in as long as they could, and now they cannot hold it in anymore. So you just have to accept it because at this point, it's like they're shoving it in your face how much they love you. So there are hierarchies that are rooting for you. And with this energy, is like it's coming off like they're against you. You may feel like they're against you, but they're definitely rooting for you. And it's all in secret. A lot of times, this is what happens with the spirit. The spirit is, the last to be exposed. And with this 1111 portal, I feel like it's finally being exposed. Everything in the dark, everything we're not allowed to say is coming up. Things that's like politically incorrect is coming up. And you get to really just bask in this royalty. I feel like it's just over and above what was expected. Like I'm seeing you with a crown of jewels. I'm seeing you sitting on a actual literal throne, like not just in your imagination. I'm seeing you being pampered, like almost like the scene from Coming Back to America with Eddie Murphy. And it's like people fanning him, like how we idolize Africa and thinking that it's like, it's just, like ancestral worship and all of this. I feel like all of that is coming. All of that type of worship. Maybe you're not ready for that. And that's the whole point of these 4 cups is like, get ready because the people who are coming to worship you cannot hold back. Just like Christ being worshipped by the 3 wise men is the vibe. Like people are coming towards you and you have no choice really but to accept that you are the Messiah in this energy. Whoever that is for, you are special. And it's not going to resonate with everyone, but the 10 of Cups coming out is like, you make people happy. Like, this is how we do it again. The world just fell apart, okay? The world collapsed. We're in a new world order. And it feels like with this energy, with your love being on the forefront in this way, that is like, okay, this is the new currency. This is how we get right back up. And it's almost like you don't even skip a beat because people feel rich again. And you've been saying this the whole time. It's about your heart. It's about how you feel. It's not about all of the other things that have made its way to the forefront, these things that should have remained in the dark and ignoring the light. And it's like, well, the light is still here. We can't just go back to God with this energy. So yeah, it feels like you put in the work. You didn't realize that your work was going to be counted. It felt like at some point you decided that I'm just going to do it because I love God and because God is telling me to do it. Just keep shining your light, even though they want to dim it, even though it's like this is the most important thing that should be exposed. Like, yeah, you should be on a centerpiece. You should be on a mantle. You should be on a pedestal, but they just kept trying to put you out. And now they realize, hey, wait a minute, this light over here, maybe this is the thing that we should be focusing on. The vibe is like you're really saving a generation and possibly even humanity by showing your love. And it seems really hard to believe, but you have to have faith in yourself because it's real. Thanks to everyone who stuck around to the end. I love you guys.